Cheating at cards in this way is a lot easier than you may think. Today I'm going to demonstrate how anyone can deal a straight, which is 5 cards in a row being in a sequence. Little definition for those of you who are not pokerly inclined. That's not a word. Check this out. And that's how you deal yourself the royal flush. Pretty impressive. I know. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm assuming you're here because you want to learn how to cheat at cards. And don't worry, it's a lot easier than you may think. You can kind of start getting away with this on day 1. So first things first, a deck always has to be shuffled because that's the #1 thing that deters card cheats, card mechanic, card sharks, is shuffling of the deck. That makes the barrier of entry of cheating a lot higher. So we're not going to start with the whole deck. We're just going to start with a subset of cards, and I'm going to have you deal a straight. If you don't know what a straight is a series of 5 cards that are either in ascending or descending order. So for example, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a set of 5 cards, right? So what I have 3 cards so far. We'll take 1, 2 more. All right. So we have 5 cards here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's a series of 5 cards, and regardless of whatever order they're in, they don't have to be exactly in that order. As long as you have those 5 cards in your hand, and you can of course arrange them in your hand, that's going to be called a straight. So we have these cards here, and I'm going to deal off 5 more random cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deal off these cards. So now you have 5 cards in a straight and 5 random cards. What we're going to try to do is deal yourself, what you're going to try to do is deal yourself the straight. Now I shuffle these cards up, and normally I just give these cards a cut and then we start playing. Now a card mechanic, card cheat, card shark, whatever you want to call them, that person should have the ability to nullify a cut. So for example, I just cut the cards now. You should be able to recut to anywhere you want and undo what I just did, right? Let's just say you cut the cards, you undo what I just did, hopefully. And now I want you to take the cards, and a card sheet can also deal from top, bottom, or anywhere else. But to keep things simple, we'll just have top or bottom. So I want you to take this packet, deal off 5 cards for yourself. It could be like 2 from the top, 3 from the bottom, 1 from top, 1 from bottom, 1 from top, 1 from bottom, 1 from top. Whatever order you want, just deal yourself 5 cards, top or bottom. Let's say top, bottom, bottom, top, and top. Just to really keep things, keep people on their toes. So we have 5 cards here. Now, if these cards contain a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7, you've dealt yourself a straight, and you're already a pro. So check this out. We have a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. What up, crew? It is Magic Tuesday. That's right, I'm currently behind in life, so Tuesday is now a Monday. But this is still your place to learn Magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. The effect I'm sharing with you today is known as A Lesson in Larceny by Carl Fulvez. Very fun to do. So before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready to bring talent to the talentless. Now grab my favorite deck, and let's do it. Now let's go ahead and break it down. Some additional info. I would say this is more of a mid to high level beginner type effect because there is some work required, but if you just stick to the basics, it's all self-working. So what you need for this to happen is there is a small setup required. I take a 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You want to make a straight. Of course, a straight does not mean that all the suits are the same, all the colors are the same. What you want is cards of a wide variety. So I just use, again, 5 cards in a row, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 3 of hearts, 4 spades, 5 of hearts, 6 of clubs, 7 of diamonds. And I just make it in rotating purple, black order. Of course, red, black, same thing. And I make sure the 3 is on top when the cards are face down, and the 7's on the bottom when the cards are face down. And I put that right on top of the deck. Right? As soon as you begin, you want to give the deck either a false shuffle or a false cut because that's how you're going to sell the effect. False shuffle is kind of out of the realm of what we're doing today, but if you want to learn how to do a false shuffle, I'll put the link on the screen, you can go check it out. But a false cut, something very nice and easy that you can do is something like this. You want to peel off, right? You want to just take off the bottom half of the deck, tap it against the top half, put it down, then put the top half down. So up to speed, it just looks like you give the deck a cut and put that down, and false cut happened, right? They think it's a real cut, where of course we still have our 5 cards on top that we have set up. Now you've done that, you're ready to begin. You tell the spectator the deck is cut before we begin a card game, but you're gonna teach them how to do something very simply. And of course you wanna build some kind of story, right? So you can take ideas from what I did, you can come up with your completely own thing. That's what's going to sell this effect. If you just do it by itself, it's kind of boring. You come up with a story around it, that makes it 10 times better. Once you set up and you give the deck a cut, you're ready to begin for the spectator, right? So you take the deck, And you tell the spectator that you're going to help them become a card cheat, or again, like whatever story you want. You're going to demonstrate something for them. So in order to do that, you're going to have them deal a straight to themselves. If they don't know what a straight is, you can kind of take out the cards like I did in my performance while you're explaining. But you need to be doing something while you're taking the cards out. And the cards that you're taking out, by the way, are not these top cards here, but they're the cards that are the soulmates of these cards, or like the pairs. So for example, 3 of hearts would be 3 of diamonds, 4 of spades would be 4 of clubs, 5 of hearts would be 5 of diamonds, and so on and so forth, right? So of course these cards are still on top. You're not going to touch those, but you're going to get their pairs. So 3 of hearts, 3 of diamonds, we have the 4 of clubs, 5 of diamonds, 6 of spades, and 7 of hearts. You take all these cards out. You don't want the spectators to take a look at these too closely, because at the end, the ultimate reveal, these cards are actually going to be mixed up. So these may not be the 5 cards. So you just want to quickly take them out and just show them, look at that, that's what it is, and that's that, right? So you want the order of these cards to be the opposite as the order of these cards. Now the 3 is on top here, so what you actually want is you want the 7 to be on top over here, okay? That's one thing really important that you have to keep in mind, otherwise the trick won't work. So you show the spectator, you have a straight like this, and you're going to want them to deal that. You put this down here, you pick up the deck, you can give it another false cut, false shuffle if you want, and then you say, we have this straight, and I'm going to deal 5 more random cards on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you know you're going to use a small subset of cards, but you don't want to make it too easy by just giving them a full straight. You can put the rest of the deck off to the side. And then I like to do a shuffle, and my shuffle that I do is very simple. All I do is peel 5 cards twice. So I peel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw the rest of the packet on top. Then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the rest of the cards on top. This maintains the cards in the order that you need them for this trick to work. And now you tell the spectator, the deck has been shuffled up. And now, when the deck has been shuffled, people have to give the deck a cut. It's a card mechanic or card cheat's duty to nullify the spectator's cut. In this case, or the other player's cut. In this case, the deck has been cut by me. I want you to take the deck now and cut it so that my cut has been nullified. So they can cut it once, and then you can do this again if you'd like. You don't have to. You cut, they cut. I would not do more than 2 times per person. And now you can also tell them that card cheats deal from the top or the bottom. So you want them to take this packet, deal from top or bottom, just deal 5 cards, and they could be in any order. So top, bottom, top, top, bottom. And then all they have to do is the reveal. Of course, you might actually want to pick it up and do the reveal in order. So you go 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Boom. For more simple effects to make you look like a card table demon, click on this video right over here. It is one of my all-time favorite effects. As always, a huge shout out to all my Patreon producers, and thank you, love you, see you soon.